Hey, we're back. We're gonna do a video about Zoidberg's quotes from Futurama, and I kind of browsed through the site, and this was like a quick, quote, certain quotes that people had submitted, and they had the sound clip from the episode to produce with it, and that. So this is what our quote list is based on, and I know there are more quotes than this because there are a lot of funny ones that are just quickie within the episode kind of things. And we're gonna give you some of those now. I mean, we kind of copied and pasted them to Microsoft Word, and they fill almost 4 pages worth. And that, but let me give you some. And that, and it says, "Relax, Fry. I'll simply spin you in a high-speed centrifuge, separating out the denser fluid of His Highness."
But won't that crush my bones?
Oh, right, with the bones. I always forget about the bones. And then in another episode, Zoidberg says,
"The female Leela's problem is purely medical. Soon she'll drop her eggs and they'll hatch and all be well."
Okay, and then... okay. "Oh, so it's just a coincidence that Zoidberg here is desperately poor and miserably lonely? Please."
For your information, because he is.
Yeah, and Zoidberg's just, oh. I'm sorry, I had to stick that one in because it made fun of Zoidberg, and anything making fun of Zoidberg is always funny. And then for Zoidberg, and that later in the episode, it says, "I'd pay anything to end my miserable loneliness if I weren't so desperately poor." And the big running joke in the entire series is that he's poor, that he's got no friends, he's lonely, is also ugly, and nobody really likes him and makes fun of him. Okay. Let's see. Oh, okay, here. Let me get this one. Okay, and then, well, they're out fishing in this episode, and Leela says, "I've got something, and this time it's alive." And then she pulls the line in and says, "Aw, Dr. Zoidberg, since when do you wear boots?" Dr. Zoidberg has it on his claw, and it says, "I wasn't wearing it. I was eating it." Okay. And then in a different episode it has...
"I don't like the looks of this doctor. I bet I've lost more patients than he even treated."
And then Zoidberg, and that he considers him doing anything that gains favor, or even people remain neutral about him, and that is a good thing. And that, so he says,
"Hooray, I'm useful. I'm having a wonderful time."
And then in a anthology, Tales of Interest, and then I think this is the first one, and that, and there you hear gruesome flesh hacking sounds in the background, and Hermes is screaming. And Zoidberg's, "All right, Anteater number 1, who are you protecting? Is it Anteater number 2? Don't stick your tongue out at me. I need a name." Anteater number 1 is Zoidberg's like, "What? How do you spell that?" And then Hermes is, "What are you hacking off? Is that my torso?" "It is, my precious torso." And then Zoidberg's all, "Hermes, quiet. I'm deducing things."
Seen that episode?
Mm-hmm. I've seen all these episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, do the next one.
The next one is scalpel, blood bucket, priest. Next patient.
Okay, and then in another one, right after Fry and Leela and Bender gets kicked out of Planet Express, Zoidberg's all, "Goodbye, friends, I'll miss you." And as soon as they're around the corner, it's good riddance to them. Now Zoidberg is the popular one. And in front of and that everybody starts crowding around him and is all, yes, let's all talk to Zoidberg." He's all, yes. Okay. "Ah, the hypochondriac's back. So what is it this time?" And Fry's all, "Well, my lead pipe hurts a little." And he's all, Zoidberg's all, "That's normal. Next patient." Okay, and then there's another time he says, "So long! I'm off to toss this old shell in the dumpster and maybe pick up those potato chips Amy didn't finish yesterday. Those were toenail clippings. A feast is a feast." Okay, and then we're gonna give these two. Okay, and then in another one, and there's one in which Bender is like sleep bending, and then you find everything like all crooked, or in the case of Zoidberg Slinky, it's all straightened out into a line, and Zoidberg sees it. He says, "My Slinky, my cuddly little pet Slinky." And then he tries and spins it back, and it's all crumpled and it looks nasty, and it says, "Yay, little friend, good as new." And then it slinks over one, and then it just bursts into flames, and he's all, "Oh!" Okay, and then that's all for part 1 of Zoidberg's Quotes from Futurama.
See you in part 2.